Okay, by now you guys know how much I live for and love my adventure days. What's an adventure day? It is, in the past, it's been where I would hop in a car with my camera and adventure would find me. Now I'm in Southeast Asia and I get to hop on a motorbike, which is a complete upgrade to a vehicle for so many reasons. So much easier to find somewhere to park. You can see everything, you can smell everything, which in Southeast Asia means you smell everything. But this day was no different, except I had my friends Lisa and Lucas Barber. We all went out. We're from Rochester, all three of us. We met in Thailand. They are Barbers Go Global, and they've been doing this for 10 months. And that's a long-term travel. You should check them out. We just no GPS, mostly because we are out of data. But because it's Adventure Day, who needs GPS? Like, you just drive, right? So we hopped in on our motorbikes. We headed north until the road ended. Maybe we should keep driving. So we take our motorbikes and we jump into this dirt road. And I'm so glad that we did. We pull up like we knew what we were doing, and they try to communicate with us to let us know that we have to pay to park there. So it's 10,000 dong, that's less than 50 cents. So of course, we made it rain on them, right? Dropped that 10,000 dong, and then we just started walking. And wow, we start walking and we find, first of all, one thing that made us a little bit more comfortable is as we arrived at this spot where it was like you could park, it was called Obama. Like, most of the signs you can't read because it's in Vietnamese, but when you see O-B-A-M-A, you know it's what's up. So we gotta check it out, right? So we check it out. So we walk down this path and there's like this whole oasis that's being developed, and people are out there fishing, and there are like an odd number of people taking wedding pictures, just like a groom and a bride. And I was thinking maybe it's for a wedding show because there were an insane amount of people in the middle of the day taking engagement pictures. We just ventured on. So we walk through this group of people and we go to the beach and have some fruit, take some pictures, and I started taking pictures of the group. Another thing that's pretty prominent in Southeast Asia is our stray dogs. And at home, when I see a stray dog, what would you do? You would cross the street, or you would just turn around. Here is very different. Like, the dogs are super friendly. I don't touch them because I'm not fully inoculated for rabies yet, but they are the cutest things. So this guy is, he's taking a picture of this dog. So I'm taking a picture of him taking a picture of the dog, because in my mind, I'm like, I know this is a stray dog, because you can just imagine by now you can kind of pick them out. So this guy is taking a picture, so I'm taking a picture of him taking a picture. The dog is just giving him that sideways look that dogs give that I absolutely love. And so I'm just like snapping away because I'm just in love with this stray dog. That guy gets my attention and he goes over to a bridge and he signals to me. One thing you learn once you start traveling is how to communicate without words, without language. And this is the most beautiful thing. He wants me to take a picture of him. I do. He invites me up to where these folks are at. So of course, it's an adventure day, right? They're so kind. They have all this food, and pork is central to their diet. I also don't eat pork, so I had to turn that down. But they had this fruit, which I think was mango, but it was, they had like these spices in it. So it was like spicy mango. So we did that, and then he had this like other situation that looked like raw wrapped in dough. And I was pretty confident it was pork or raw fish. Since I've been in Southeast Asia, I've unfortunately had to give up seafood because it tastes like food from the sea. They were the kindest people ever. They were super, super nice. So we hang out with them, and at some point, Lisa becomes this hair show for them, and the women and even the guy, they join around and they're asking her about her braids. And there's like the dopest like cultural exchange, because you can tell that these folks are genuinely curious about how she did this. They invited us to dance. So of course, we took the opportunity to dance with these folks, and it was so much fun. So they turned this music on. First, it's like this slow groove thing, and I was like, oh snap, this music is good. Then they went into this like bang, bang, bang situation that you hear here, and it was just a lot of fun. And then we turned on some music, we turned on some Bruno Mars, and like we turned up real quick. It was such a fun time. Then somehow, I think we were about to leave, and so somehow we started doing this, where I'm trying to show our new friend how to properly dap somebody up. You know what I'm saying? So we have this whole little situation where I'm showing him, like, you gotta add some soul to it. You gotta, like, really put your back into it. And then, we go from just the embrace or the handshake to how to properly do the embrace. Because this guy was so invested in having some body contact with me, he just wanted to come in for the hug. And so Lucas and I go through this whole iteration of trying to show him the way that we do it. Ready? Then you let go. Okay. It was so cool because you had them sharing their food and their drink and their music with us, and then Lisa showing them, talking through like her hair, and then we're showing them how to, like, authentically with some soul dap each other up and hug and all that and embrace. And then it was just seriously one of the best days so far. And this is exactly like what you live for when you travel. Like at home, you don't get to, like, even though you have like this, you're supposed to have this shared sense of Americanism, right? Or Americanism, or whatever that word is. Everybody has their own things, but there's no true cultural exchange. We're so worried about becoming this melting pot and becoming American that we don't just appreciate our authenticity, like who we are. And so to be invited into a space and you get to experience their culture and their norms, but them to be equally invested and interested in yours, that was dope. Like, it was super cool. And then so we just broke out from there, and then we hiked our way back to our bikes, all the way just like reflecting on what had just happened and how, like, this is exactly why you travel. The Da Nang Dap. We out here.